Space Jam is one of my favorite movies, and it is the highest grossing basketball film ever, and it's become a pop culture icon. How do you feel about being a part of a movie that is so iconic, that has a lasting legacy?
I mean, I'm very honored to be part of it. I mean, it's not only just for the kids, it was a family type of movie. It was for the adults as well as for the kids. And we can all find some kind of, common ground throughout that movie. And we had so many different characters in the movie, Bill Murray, Larry Bird as well, and so many other characters. But it was such a fun time with Michael. Being on the set, I mean, him coming back from, after he left the game and coming back, and believe it or not, unfortunately, I should say, we played them in the playoff during that season, during that summer before we got to the movie. And, you know, it was nice to be able to be on set to talk about some things that happened. But I had surgery at the time. He was really, I mean, they had created this basketball court for him so he could be able to, start working out to get back in shape because he was coming back. And I remember one day on the set, this was a funny one. We had a morning shoot, supposedly, and Larry Johnson decided to get his hair cut from one of the gentlemen that was on the set who never cut an African American head before in his life. So, long story short, he gave LJ one of these little bowl cuts where
Oh,
he wasn't too appreciative of the cut. So he decided he wasn't gonna go on camera like looking like that. So we had to cancel the shoot. I had to bring someone in from LA to kind of give him a better fade, tighten it up, so we can now have our shoot later on that afternoon. But I mean, those are the things that went behind the scenes, playing cards in MJ's trailer and all that type of stuff. I mean, it was just a fun time making that movie and seeing him how he operated with those cameras, and now Looney Tunes not even being there. That was a treat to see.
oh, absolutely. Yeah, like you got to witness all that, right?
Yeah, yeah, we did. I mean, it was a fun time to go through. It was something to behind first time being behind the scenes with all the camera angles and how they kind of you know do their cutting. They had actually I was on crutches, and one of the scenes they had me where I was just moving my shoulders like I was walking, but I was being pulled on. So I was saying, "Boy, welcome to Hollywood."
Oh, that's awesome, man. It's so cool. Also too, because I know you mentioned this in a past interview actually, and this is actually before the tragic passing of Kobe Bryant, but you actually wanted him to be in Space Jam 2 for the sequel originally when he was alive. What was that whole thing all about too? Did you actually like want to like what kind of movie did you want to see him be in for that Space Jam 2?
Well, I think Kobe he emulated MJ so much, and he was the second coming. And I think if they was going to do that type of version of a movie, then I felt like he would be that one to kind of be passed the torch in order to do it. But you know, who am I? Yes, I saw. I guess LeBron went on and they chose LeBron to do the Space Jam too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm watching a lot of videos where, there's always this debate about who's the greatest, and they always say it's always between MJ and LeBron, but they always say it's what you just said, like Kobe was, I feel like the extension of Michael Jordan. And this is nothing against LeBron. LeBron is one of the greatest to ever do it, of course. But I just feel like the way Kobe plays, his drive, his killer energy, I think is very similar to how Michael Jordan was when he played.
Absolutely, and nothing to take away from LeBron. LeBron
Yeah.
is, had a long career, and he has, put himself in the position to be. He is the all-time greatest scorer. You can't take that anything away from him. He's impacted the game more ways than you can ever imagine. Um, but we just talking between the lines. Just between the lines, not the impact, just between the lines, just the skill set of a basketball player. There was no other than MJ. There was no other than MJ. And Kobe was the second coming of that. And him being able to, be that 2.0 version of MJ and being able to, have that mindset that MJ had, a killer instinct. That's what kind of separated him from a lot of guys. But LeBron is definitely one of the one of the greatest players that ever played this game, longevity wise as well, statistic wise as well. But again, skill set, I always give it to MJ.
and championships too.
Well, yeah, championships, but that's all accolades. But I'm just talking about as a basketball player, between the lines,
Yeah.
who you will, who you be afraid to face up against. And we all know MJ is coming at you as a killer. I mean, LeBron, he scores a different way how he attacks, but
Mhm.
it's nothing the way MJ played it.